I was going through one of the hardest moments of my life. I gave myself back confidence, my spark, my strength. It's like me versus me, right? You do your best to shut your thoughts off, but there are days of the mind is stronger than the body, right? That was a huge lesson for me this year, for sure. Yeah, he's un papi too. I hate to say that I'm vanilla, but I
hate to say I'm vanilla. That's the next podcast. Tune in. We'll get to the non-vanilla stuff. Just go. Reggaeton artist from Colombia, right?
Yeah, but Karol G is just phenomenal. Like, she has just... Shout out to Chicago. I love Chicago so much. I love it even more now after the marathon. It just has an energy unlike no other, honestly, and it was really beautiful. People gave me beer. People gave me tequila. There was mariachis. Cheers.
Salute. Four. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the EG Pot of Thunder with your boy, the young light-skinned Keith Sweat. Today's guest is someone I'm genuinely excited to sit down with, and honestly, someone I should have done this podcast with a long time ago. It's been years since we've last really caught up, and life has clearly been life-changing since then. Alexis is a marathon runner, Chicago marathon under her belt, multiple races completed, which already tells you a lot about her discipline, mindset, and grit. She's also a creative through and through, a photographer serving Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut under ASPV_photography. This conversation is part catch up, part inspiration, part creativity, and part life update. So Alexis, thank you for coming on the pod. It's about time we finally scheduled this and got this going, baby.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, and thank you for being so patient and finally finding a date and time that worked for the both of us.
Hey, it happens. Life be happening in 2025. We opened a brand new bottle. It's only right, Aguado. Let's start the pot up with this, baby.
We did. So we have here a bottle of Aguardiente Jubilo, which I haven't even ever tried. So I'm excited to try it because I do love a good guado.
It's only right.
So cheers.
Salute. What's your thoughts?
Wow, that's actually really smooth.
She's like,
it's kind of dangerous. Oops.
She's like, I'm definitely coming back for that third podcast, my friend. So, thank you for coming on again. Like I said, it's been a long time. So let's start with the marathon running. Take me back. So how would you even get into the marathon life? Because like someone like me, I feel like I've always been to sports my entire life. Did track in high school, but I am not a long distance person. It honestly kind of scares me a little bit because I did like the 400 in high school. I did the 4, the 2, and the 1. I did more than the 4. I am not hated even training for like track practice, to be honest. Never mind, willing to do it at this age. Yeah. So like, how did you even come about? Where's your aspirations with that?
So funny enough, I also attempted track in high school.
Attempted, you said. There's a difference.
Attempted. I absolutely hated it. I'm not going to lie. I absolutely hated it. Don't even know why I actually did it. I think I did it because I wanted a cool hoodie. I did a couple of track meets. They did not go as well as I had hoped. I even remember I got disqualified on my first track meet, which is a weird story. I don't know. I think I've always been very active, and I wanted to eventually push myself to do something that was really hard for me, and running has always been that one thing that has been really hard for me. I kind of caught the bug. I think it was late 2023. I was following like a ton of influencers who were really big on running, and I was like, they made it seem so amazing and cool that I was just like, I want to try to get back into it. I want to see where it takes me.
I feel like the biggest thing though is like, honestly, it's like a little scary. I feel like, especially with someone who's completely out of shape, to be like, hey, I'm going to do a half marathon, even a 5K. I've never done a 5K. And that's someone who's like, I played high school sports, stay active. Never mind someone like completely who has no athletic background. So like, do you think doing the track helped you out, or do you think
No. I mean, running a mile was still very difficult for me. I remember started training in the gym, and like running a mile just took me forever. And not that like the time is what's important, but you could feel that it was like daunting, and it was just very tough, right?
Do you remember what like your first time was? Or like around
God, I think my first mile used to take me like 15 minutes or so, right? And I don't even think I ever like ran it full. You know what I mean? Like I would stop, walk, which is normal, which is completely fine. By the way, walking is still fine. But I don't know. I just started challenging myself. And like, when you start lifting weights and you hit a PR, running is kind of like that. Like once you get the mile, then you want to do the 5K. When you're comfortable with the 5K, you want to do the 10K, then the half marathon, and then you're like, you know what? Let's just go for the full. And then that's what happened.
So that being said, like, do you have like that moment where running went from I'll try this to let me do the Chicago Marathon?
Yes, it was definitely like early this year. And I remember even when I applied for the submitted my application to run the Chicago Marathon through a charity. I filled out the application by myself. I remember this moment vividly. I just sat down with myself and I cried for like 5 to 10 minutes straight because I could not believe I was doing something I never in my wildest dreams thought I would do. Right?
Now that's epic because
Yeah.
that's a big deal. You know, like I said, I've never run a 5K, never run a 5K, obviously never ran a marathon. So that being said, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of training preparation. So that being said, like you're talking something I don't know. I know about track, but I don't know about marathon. So how's that process to even get to that? Can anybody apply to do that? Or do you have to like qualify through other events first?
So the Chicago Marathon is one of like the world majors. So it's run through an organization called like Abbott World Majors. You can apply for those through a lottery, but running has also become very popular in the last couple of years. So the
Huge.
the lottery is really hard to get into like that. Unfortunately, I didn't get in through the lottery. So I applied to do it through a charity. When you apply to do it through a charity, you have to raise a certain amount of money, which luckily with the help of family and friends,
Salute to them.
I was able to then run it. So yeah, that's how you get into those. But there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of marathons that you don't need to apply for a lottery, right? You can just fill out the registration, pay the fees, and then you can run it. And, you know, they're all amazing, really. You can run anywhere.
So I tried looking through your Wikipedia, but it's deactive right now. So your Chicago Marathon, was that your first, or have you done any beforehand, some 5K, some other marathons, or was this your first full? Like I said, your Wikipedia is not active right now.
My Wikipedia is not active at this moment, but it will be soon. Yes, Chicago was my first full marathon. I really wanted my first full marathon to be in the United States, so that my parents could attend. I am a first generation Latina, so it's really important for me, for my parents, and I'm an only child. It is really important for my parents to always be there, and I was very fortunate enough to have them both travel out and come and support that. My best friends too, they know who they are. I really could not have done that without them there, and it's just like a really beautiful moment.
Yeah, so that go into it. So give me like the details behind this. This is like people's Super Bowl. So I'm genuinely intrigued why I asked you to come on, because I don't know that many people who have run the Chicago Marathon. Maybe a handful of people. Maybe you, I think possibly Montoya, I'm not sure. But shout out Steve.
Yes. But shout out Steve.
But yeah, so what's the preparation for that? So like did your training change going into it? And
yes.
Answer that question first. So like how did your training change like preparing for the marathon?
Yeah. So for a marathon, you want to train at least 4 months, right? And it's like progressively every week your distance gets like longer, your long run. And you want to train about like 4, if you can, I want to say between 3 and 5 times a week, right? And it's a variety of runs. So you always have your long run, which gets longer by the week, right? You want to do like speed interval training. You want to do an easy recovery runs. And then you also want to try to incorporate like weights, right? You don't want to lose like the strength in your legs, and recovery is very important. Recovery and diet is very important. So
if you don't mind me asking, so what were you changing? You said that was very important. So how was your diet changing? Your recovery? Are you doing like ice baths, cold plunges? Or...
Oh, yes.
Oh, really? Got one, actually.
I had to buy like an impromptu blow up ice plunge to recover because my legs were just really taking a toll. I have a history of, my running friends know this. Luckily, it didn't really happen too much while I was marathon training, thank God. But I suffer a lot from shin splints. And if you've ever had shin splints, you know how painful they are. And they can really take you out for a couple of days or weeks from training because you don't want to make them worse, right? You don't want to make any pain worse because you could potentially then ruin the chances of you actually running the race you're training for. So yeah, it just had to involve a lot of recovery, a lot of stretching.
Gang like crazy, biofreezing like crazy.
Biofreeze like crazy. Honestly, just sponsor us because
I heard at the events, at the marathons, that they just have like biofreeze stations or Bengay stations.
Oh my god, yeah, we do. Biofreeze is so essential. Honestly,
where you just lathering everywhere.
Yeah, I think I applied Biofreeze about 3 to 4 times in my marathon.
Sponsor this girl. Come on, look at her. Look at her.
Honestly.
She's beautiful. She's into it. She's into the marathon life. Give her a sponsor, baby. But yeah, I do it. I'm just doing regular cardio. Never mind training for a marathon.
Yeah.
Oh man, it must have been brutal. So yeah, say that's the diet, the training. So now for your parents, you said you're a single child. So how was that for you? Like having that aspect. What did you really feel like that was like your Super Bowl, like your big, like event in your life?
Yeah, definitely. That definitely takes the cake in the top. One of my top moments. Again, because it's just something I never, ever pictured myself doing at all. Like a 5K for me, the first time I did a 5K, I was like, oh my God, I did it. Like, that's it. I'm done. Right. But then you get this like running bug and after a run, there's a thing called runner's high and it's real. It's so real. And you just want to keep doing it and you want to get better and you want to do more. And then like next thing you know, you've like signed up for 10 races in a year or whatever it may be. And now your friends are doing it and your family's doing it. And then like, I don't know. It really is just amazing. And it's not cheap. Okay. I know running is technically free, but it is a very expensive hobby, actually.
The shoes probably
You'll
going
be
through
surprised.
every
That's
month
why I need
through.
sponsorships.
For real. So like you said, training is tough. Like it's not cheap as well. What would you say is like the hardest part mentally about running? And like when, what keeps you going when your motivation dips and your body's like, nah, Alexis, we ain't doing this no more. We ain't doing this 5K anymore. We ain't doing the Chicago Marathon.
Yeah.
F that.
Yeah. And funny enough that you bring that up because I was going through one of the hardest moments of my life while I was marathon training. And I think what's a really beautiful part about running, and so many of us fall in love with it, is because it is kind of one of those sports where it's individual and it's like me versus me, right? And you do your best to shut your thoughts off. But there are days, of course, where like the mind is stronger than the body, right? I do remember that I had one specific training day where I could not, for the life of me, get my thoughts out of my mind. I couldn't. I tried. I remember I had a 9-mile run planned for that day. And I remember going to the boulevard, which if you run the boulevard, it's a 3-mile loop. So I was like, okay, perfect. I was by myself and it was like 5 p.m. And I was like, okay, the boulevard is safe enough where I can do it 3 times. I could not get out of my head and I only ended up doing 1 lap and I struggled so hard. I stopped, I cried, I walked. It was so hard. I only did 3 miles that day and I remember calling a friend and I called him, shout out to Josh, who kept me sane. And he was like, don't worry about it. At least you went out there, you tried. 3 miles is better than nothing. You got plenty of weeks left to keep training. You got this, you're strong. Go get them next time.
You feel like it's a recovery? I know some people say they go to the gym to get out their mental space or, feel free. Do you feel like running has turned into that now?
Yeah, for sure. And it's definitely helped a lot of people. I've heard really like numerous amounts of really beautiful stories about people's whys or like how running has helped them or transformed them or saved them from whatever they may be dealing with. So I know it's hard, but it's really worth it if you can find like the love in it, for sure.
Do you feel like the running like the running aspect of your life now has changed the person you are outside of running?
Yeah. I mean, the running community is really beautiful. It's really supportive. I've made a lot of great friends through running. I've met a lot of great run clubs. When we travel sometimes too, we make new friends in other states and other countries. And I think what's really beautiful is that everyone always has like just it's just genuine support, right? We all know what we're going through. We all know the demons we face, and that running isn't easy, but it's a very beautiful and supportive community. I will say that.
Do you feel like that inspires you to keep coming back to, like, instead of just staying at home, being in your own self-pity or anything like that, like, not just saying you, but people like self-pity or depression or anything like that, you feel like that inspires you to get out the house and be like, you know what, I can't let this person down. Let me go out and, join them on this 5-mile run today.
Yes. And I have a lot of, like I said, I have a lot of really great friends that also found a lot of love in running. And there's something really beautiful about, like, just going on a run with people you love. It's just good vibes. You push each other, you support each other, and you don't let each other give up. And so I'm really thankful for the friends I've had, the friendships I've created, and all the people I've gotten to share miles with, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So that being said, for someone like me who hasn't joined a run club ever, someone who's scared, what would you say to me? Are you guys gonna judge me if I go out there and I'm not keeping pace?
Not at
I haven't
all.
ran or anything like that. What do you say to someone like me who's never joined a run club?
No, I mean, and you don't have to join a run club either. I know that the word run club can be, like, intimidating for a lot of people because it's scary to join, like, a group of people that are established and you're like, okay, I don't really know anyone here, or, like you said, you might be a little nervous because your pace, right? You haven't ran in X amount of years, but I think what's good to start is to have somebody that runs and kind of have them take you under your wing. Another thing that my friend Josh has always taught me is that no one gets left behind, right? Pace is not what's important here. It's like the important part is the journey. Is like, are you enjoying it? How did you feel from it? Are you happy? Like those things, right? Like, I know some people might say, like, pace this and what was your time, but that's really not what's important here. For example, my Chicago Marathon, I did a party pace.
What's that mean?
I enjoyed it. So party
like you're
pace,
partying?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I just enjoyed it.
I did see you shotgun. I don't know. You did a keg stand. I did see you do a keg stand.
I did keg stand. I did shots. I did pictures. I did just that. You have to have fun with it too.
You gotta have fun with it. I heard you just say shots. Are you predicting in the future?
I think so. I think it is time for a shot.
That's amazing so far, to be honest. We're gonna take a break from our sponsors. Be right back.
Our sponsors, BioFreeze.
For a child BioFreeze for shouting out for sponsoring my girl for her next marathon, baby. Let's get it.
BioFreeze, Alexis approved.
And we are back from our sponsors. Thank you, BioFreeze.
Thank you, BioFreeze. And Nike, honestly. I would really love Nike to sponsor me.
Now, a quick word from our fake sponsor, Nike.
Wow, so Nike has sponsored you. That's a topic actually right there, because I'm a fashionista.
Nike, Adidas, New Balance, really, whoever.
So you haven't joined the wave of, like, the On and I know like Brooks is huge in the running community. Yes. I like talking about this stuff, actually. I almost overlooked this part, actually. So, yeah, so... what's your gear like? Is gear essential in the community? Are you guys trying to show off on each other or what?
That's a funny question.
That's a yes. That's definitely a yes. We're stunning out here.
I don't know how to say this word in English.
We'll say we're Colombia.
So runners wear pinchaditos, right? Pinchaditos are like, we like I said, running, even though it is a free sport, it is a very expensive sport.
Oh, everyone likes to be swagged out.
Everyone likes to be swagged out. Like and love to be swagged out, And any apparel, shoes, glasses, headphones, gels, everything is pretty expensive and it adds up.
Like hair gel?
No, we take these like gels when we're running a long distance.
You're snorting it? Like it's kind of like it's like the salts that like basketball players do and stuff like that?
So you do salts too, right? For electrolytes. But yeah, the gels have like carbs and like it's an energy source, and some of them have electrolytes and carbs and stuff like that. So obviously when you're running a long distance, you're burning a lot of fuel. And so you need to just keep yourself fueled up. And so you can buy gels or you can make them, right? Or some people even have candy, really. It doesn't have to be expensive. We're just fancy like that. So yeah, I mean,
who got the best gels out here? We got the Nike sponsor ones.
That's hard. I do really like the Martin gels. I started with goo gels. I don't know. I mean, they're okay.
Is that like the
Not my
Great Value
favorite.
brand? You sound very disgusted. You're like, oh, I started with ghouls.
The consistency, some of them is like really hard to, when you're running, right? You just like need to just consume it. And the goo gels, some of them were like, I don't know, I think like lemonade or banana flavored, and like you just don't want to be eating that sometimes.
Is it kind of like
the consistency, sorry, is like lotion for some of them, and you're like,
sounds disgusting.
what the hell did I just eat?
Is it like pre-workout kind of for like running?
You can take one before your run, yeah. Because it is like a carb source, right? But then there are some that are like the consistency is more like a gelatinous, right? So a little bit easy. Some of them are like apple saucy, so it's really a preference. You gotta find what works for you, and it's a lot of trial and error, because they can hit your stomach the wrong way. And also, one more tip about running, especially long distance, is this is like the number one rule in the running community is do not trust a fart.
A fart? Is that what you just said?
Yeah. Don't trust a fart.
Well, first of all, who would trust a fart? Who trusts farts out
You'd be
here?
surprised. You'd be surprised, honestly.
So what farts are you trusting? I don't. That makes no sense to me.
You should never trust one, but especially when you're running.
Trying to sneak it out. You're trying to
Yeah.
say, oh, I thought you were saying like you fart, and I was like, I trust this fart.
And I'm
like,
sorry not to be bringing this topic up, but
nah, that's crazy.
but that's like one of the number one rules in running.
Have you-
just
that-
don't trust it.
Is that prevalent? Like, have you seen someone?
Oh, I've seen
Shart?
a lot. I've seen a lot.
That's great. Is
Yeah.
you more in the marathon,
I'm
more
very
long
lucky
distance?
that it has not happened to me. But I've seen a lot of it, and it's not pleasant, and it sucks. Yeah.
How you say we're a couple, we're running together. I shart. Are you judging me? You're like, hell yeah.
I mean, no, fully no, but I will be like, listen, I really think we should stop and like clean you up.
Rule number 1: I told you not to trust the fart.
I told you in the beginning. I told you to use the bathroom at the house.
Sorry. Yeah, that's crazy.
It is really unfortunate. Yeah, I've seen it too many.
So what
too many
happens in
times.
that aspect? Like in that instance, what's happening?
Listen, you can either take one of two routes. Either save your dignity and kind of like do not finish, clean yourself up, or then like continue. Or, I mean, I've seen a lot of people, they're just like, F it, and they just keep booking it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and you deal with it after you're done with your race. Because you have to also consider that like there's a lot of training. There's a lot of training behind the preparation for each like half marathon and marathon. And like how much time, how much money, if you traveled, right? And it's like, okay. It's normal. Not that it's normal, but it's kind of normal.
I'm thinking about during practice. You're saying during the main event.
Yeah.
How
So
don't you know? I feel like shouldn't you have a proper breakfast beforehand? And
yeah,
like,
and
stuff
that's
like
the
that.
thing.
So
That's the thing too. Another rule in like the running community is like the day of race day, don't try anything new.
for real,
Don't try anything new.
I've never played a football or basketball game or a track event and took a shit. Like that's crazy. Like that was wild
Yeah.
to not know your body to be like, hey, let me try this new buffalo wing
my
from
God.
Wingstop
No.
today. Like no, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Or even like fiber, obviously the legitimate
people
way,
do it.
fiber, new bar or something for the day of event. Why the fuck would you take this new fiber bar the day of the
Yeah.
Chicago Marathon?
And honestly, avoid fiber like 2 to 3 days before. Like
Yeah.
honestly, you're just asking for it. You're
That's
just asking for a weak stomach.
I'm thinking there is times where, like, you know, like when I was first getting my brother into it, like when he was younger at Hendricken, we were trying all these new protein bars, see which one he likes, and he would just be in the bathroom being like, bro, what the fuck? Because like, the vibe is crazy. So,
Yes.
but so that being said, but he wasn't running. It wasn't the day of a game though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
why would you do that? I feel like that's a rookie mistake.
It is. But like you said, these are all the things you learn. People will tell you trial and error, right? If you try something new and like, I don't know, one of your 5Ks, you'll know not to do it again when you have a longer distance to run in the future, right? But yeah, I mean, don't try anything new on a race day. Some people do, and sometimes it works out. Good for you. You're very lucky. But I don't recommend. And when I mean don't try anything new, it's like, you know, diet. It's like gear. You know, I've seen women chafe. horribly because they decided to look cute or try on new shorts that they never did a long run in, and then you're like running in, for example, very humid climate like
Orlando.
I don't know, Orlando, right? And now, girl, you finished with bloody ass inner thighs, and that's just gonna hurt for a long time.
Yes, it does.
So I don't recommend.
I went to EDC this year in Orlando. I said it quickly because I chafed in Orlando. First time in my life.
Too.
First time in my life.
Yeah.
I was hurting. I'm like, yo, what is this? I was like, is this a sign? Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, my thighs were killing.
Yeah.
I was like, oh
yeah,
man.
Yeah.
I was like hobbling like a penguin
shit
everywhere.
fucking
It hurts
hurts.
bad.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Speaking
I could imagine.
of Orlando, yeah, and chafing. The first time, I mean, I chafe all the fucking time. I have a little bit of thick thighs, a little bit, right?
Are we attributing this to thick thighs?
Yeah.
Hey. No.
Oh my god, I fucking went to Disney the first time back as an adult. I hadn't gone since I was like 2, right?
Oh, you was
And
amped till it hit you.
I mean, I went to we had 1 day pass, and we were like, okay, we got to hit as many fucking parks and all the shit as we can. And I wore the shorts I always wore here in like Rhode Island, normal, right? I hadn't been to Florida or really taken in Florida's heat before, but that shit is a different level. So
Different.
after you've been walking, I don't know, 30 fucking thousand steps in Orlando heat,
Crazy.
I was crying. I had a fucking shirt in between my thighs at the end of the night. My friends are laughing at me, and I'm just, the next day I'm wobbling because my thighs could not touch. I have aloe vera everywhere, and it's just deodorant. Like, oh my god,
It's a different level of like, you know what?
Yeah,
Go
that.
fuck yourself.
Fuck that.
You know,
shit.
laughing at me,
Fuck
bro. That shit
shit.
hurts. This shit hurts. Go fuck yourself.
That shit sucks.
Oh, it definitely
For
sucks.
Sure. For sure.
But you know what doesn't suck? Your outfit. You can send it to me after. It's me right here, right next to you, underneath you right now. Describe your outfit from Chicago Marathon. We're talking about gear. So,
Yes.
you're trying to look fly? That comes into play. So, are you part of the Oakley crew? Part of the Oakley crew? Are you part of the?
I love Oakley. Oakley is would be another great sponsor, by the way. I love Oakley. I've been loving Oakley for years.
Getting back to the gear topic. So, your shoes, are you matching?
Yeah.
Are you trying to look fresh? So, like, what's your go-to? You said Nike. So, Nike's your go-to?
So, I mean, I love Nike gear, but I'll be honest. I didn't run with any Nike stuff.
But trader.
I know. And the only reason why, and I don't know if I should say this, if I'm trying to get a sponsorship,
We can cut it out.
the Nike shoes for me don't really work out for running long distance.
Hurt your feet, like hurt your soles.
Nike tends to be a little narrow, and I have a little bit of a wide foot. And with running, right, you need a shoe that is like, it's just really comfortable around your toe areas too. You don't want your feet to go numb. You don't want to be hitting your toes a lot. I've lost toenails with running.
That's crazy.
It sucks. But I'm thankful that every time I lose a fucking toe.
You're like, wait,
Again,
what?
TMI. But every time it's happened to me, at least it's like when winter's starting. So
Oh, you ain't
you
going
are
to the
not
beach.
catching me.
You ain't catching
You are not catching me.
At no beaches with your broken toenail out and stuff like that.
Primero muerta que sencilla, mi amor.
Hey, for sure. And there, you should collect those toenails. If you trying to say someone like, but to make extra side money, you can probably sell those toenails.
Yeah, there is I'm sure a community of people who would love to just see runners' feet, runners' toes, runners' toenails.
I'm sure.
And that's just disgusting.
100%. I was completely joking. I do not like feet. But so you're saying it wasn't Nike. So I'm surprised you're not like the New Balance family, the Asics family. When my brothers are Hendricken, they like
all of it is great though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, like, if I could pick, I would really love for it to be Nike or Adidas. They're the top brands. On is beautiful. New Balance is beautiful. The first pair of running shoes that finally worked for me though were Brooks. And, you know, respectfully, they're not the cutest, but they worked for me. And they were the ones that helped me to not get the shin splints I was constantly getting when I was training for my first half marathon. Yeah. And I remember for my first half marathon, like, I literally technically registered the day before. My shin splints were so bad leading up to that half marathon, and I was like in tears all the time because like I was so frustrated. It took me out of a lot of training days, and it got to a point where I thought I had a stress fracture even.
That's crazy. My brother had that shit. He told me it was terrible. He was running. My brother was wilding at one point. He was running like 25 miles a day.
Ooh.
Him and his boy were running 20. I'm like, yo, you guys are crazy. But they were in shape. They were doing like 7-minute miles. It was fucking crazy.
Oh, no. They're fast.
It was like 7.5 mile run like for 25 miles. It was crazy. I'm like, bro, you guys are wild. I went to go see him in Italy. He's like, want to run with me? I'm like, no. What the fuck? Like, absolutely. I wouldn't be running with you. You'd be fucking way ahead of me. But yeah, sorry, getting back to, so you're saying that Brooks and the Shin Splints were helping you out?
So the cool thing is like if you're getting into running, you can go to a couple stores. I highly recommend Roadrunner is that Pawtucket or Providence?
I'm not familiar.
North Main Street. I think that's technically Providence. Anyways,
look them up.
Google they're great. Yeah. By the Whole Foods on North Main Street.
Oh, it's Providence.
I think that Roadrunner is super helpful. Shout out to Roadrunner. They're great. There's a lot of great sales associates there. They're experts. They're all leg runners too. So they really helped me find a pair of shoes in the moment that worked for me. And they listen to my concerns and they evaluate your gait too. And so that day I left with my Brooks Glycerin 21s.
Brooks, give her a sponsorship right here. I'm giving you the time now before she blows up.
And so I ran with those for a decent amount of time because you can get a good amount of mileage in with each pair of shoes. And they were great. And then I got really scared to try a lot of other brands. Like I said, I did try a pair of Nikes and then I messed up my knees really bad because I did a half marathon in them. But really, it's a lot of trial and error. For the Chicago Marathon, I ran with my Adidas Pro 4 neon green, beautiful. I love them. They're great. So I ran with that. I ran with just black biker shorts. I did not want to chafe. I wanted to be comfortable. I wanted to run in something that I knew worked for me, especially for long distance. And you never know what the weather is like, right? Chicago, even though it's windy, that day was particularly warm. And then I ran with like a normal singlet, like a race singlet, and had my Oakleys on, had my Shocks headphones on. Hey. Shocks is great.
They sound like they'll sponsor you.
And honestly, just you got to do what works for you. It's different for everybody, but that's what worked for me that day.
So I'm not sure if you ran with someone you knew. Was you by yourself for that one?
What do you mean? Like,
did you go with like a Rhode Island running mate?
No. I had some friends that ran it, but I mean, we all individually like run on our own, right?
Yeah, that was gonna be my follow-up question. Yeah. Like, say we went together, are we running together?
No.
Like, or if you're smoking me, you're smoking me.
I'll be honest. I'll probably never smoke a lot of people, and I'm fine with that.
Smoke me, right? I'll guarantee you that.
It's totally up to you. Like if me and you are comfortable with a pace, if we run at the same pace comfortably, and we're like, okay, this is what we kind of want to stick with for this run, then we'll run together, and that's totally up to you, right? But there's a chance that you might be faster than me, and you're like, I kind of want to really run at my own pace.
I want to get my time in.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm more than comfortable than always running on my own. So, shout out to my friends who run faster or slower than me. So long as you get to the finish line, you get to the finish line happy and in one piece. That's really what matters.
Nice. So you did the Chicago Marathon. Have you done any other like big marathons, like the notable ones?
I haven't yet, but I do have one in mind, which...
Do you want to say it now? You want to put it into the air to put it out there? No? All right. Nope. Well, you come back when you do it?
We'll come back when after we complete it, hopefully.
When you do the Paris Marathon. I like that. It's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're always putting goals like, what's the next step in the marathon life? Like, or is it bigger and better, like Paris Marathon or the Boston Marathon, or is that like the next steps in the like,
Yeah.
in the journey? Where do you see your calling in this, the sport?
I mean, the Paris Marathon sounds incredible, amazing. Honestly, the beauty of it too is like you can really find a race anywhere in the world, anywhere. So I've been very fortunate enough to be able to travel to some of my races, and then I plan to kind of keep doing that. Boston Marathon is the dream. It is.
Yeah, put it out there.
It really is, for sure. For example, I did the BAA, which is like the Boston Association, does a couple of races throughout the year. One of them is a 5K, a 10K, and a half marathon. I did the half marathon. I did the 10K in June of this year. And the cool part was that the end of like the 10K, you turn on Boylston Street. And if you know anything about the Boston Marathon, is they finish on Boylston Street. So it was really beautiful to kind of run through the same street that like the people from Boston Marathon finish on. And that day I was like, without a doubt, one day I will be running the Boston Marathon. It's very hard and it's incredibly hard to get into. Boston Marathon is one of the most prestigious marathons, if not maybe the most. And so that is where people aspire to have a qualifying time for, which is very hard.
I'm sure.
You gotta be fast as shit, which I'm not, and that's fine.
You'll get there.
So we might get there. Or, like I said, I could apply through like a lottery or also down the line, maybe a charity. So but that is the dream.
Love that. I love those. And you're going to obtain it just like you did Chicago Marathon. It's going to get bigger and better from here going forward. I love that for you.
Yes.
Make these.
Let's manifest that.
Yeah,
Let's manifest Boston Marathon.
100%. I'll be there cheering you on.
Yes.
I'll be at the keg stand.
It's beautiful.
Holding you up. Holding you up.
Yeah.
At the keg
And
stand.
honestly, if you ever have the chance to go cheer on a marathon, especially like Boston, because it's local to us, I really encourage people to go and check out a marathon. You never know what you're missing out on until you see like the energy in each marathon is just so beautiful. It's so inspiring. It's really life-changing. So
yeah, it's dope. Let's take a little drink for that. This is going to end up being a whole running podcast, which I love. Usually I do full football podcasts. I had your other stuff planned up. Rapid fire runner questions.
Oh, Lord.
Morning runs or night runs?
Night runs.
Why?
I'm not a morning person. I'm just
Me too.
not.
Me too. I've tried the longest time. I failed a couple classes in college because of that stuff.
It's weird though. Like but let me clarify. Training night, but race day morning. I did one race. I did a half marathon in Vegas in February, and that was at like 4:30 p.m. And I didn't know how to like prep for that to the point where I was just like messed up, right? I had never had lunch before a race. It's always like a quick breakfast, and then you're running somewhere between like 7 to 9 a.m. Right? That day it was like 4:30. Like we're like, okay, what do we eat for lunch? What do we do at this time? What time do we get there? And you're just like, I don't know. My body definitely felt it that day a little bit.
Did you shart?
No, I have never, thankfully.
You're like, those chicken wings did not come in clutch that night.
No, I had an acai bowl, luckily, before my race, and that was perfect.
Part of the plan. So, treadmill or outdoor runs?
Outdoor run. Treadmills, aka dreadmill, is just daunting. That shit sucks.
What do you hate so much about the treadmill?
The treadmill, because you're just moving, but you're never moving. Right? The scenery doesn't change.
I've always heard.
You're just like, I don't know. Right?
I heard it's not good for your knees as well. Do you think that's true?
Probably, but I don't know. I think running in general is really not that great for the knees. I don't know.
But then it's like it's so stupid. Like, if you run, it's bad for your knees. But if you just sit in your couch and eat
bad for your knees.
fucking pizza all day, it's bad for your knees too. What the fuck? Like, so I think I'd rather stay in shape. But yeah. So music, podcast, or raw silence?
Oof. I wish I was raw silence, but I'm a music girl. Raw silence people are just
That's
beast.
psycho.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Yeah.
You
Good
said
for
beast.
them,
I said psycho.
but
I'll say what I said. But so you said music. So what is in your shocks?
Oof. I'm a big reggaeton girly. I
Reggaetonera.
do love like my techno, my EDM. I occasionally love a good like fast paced like 80s music, which is weird. Yeah, that's kind of the shit I listen to, but I need something that's like happy, moving, good beat, keep me hyped up.
EDM techno, is that new from last time we kind of seen each other? I feel like you were never an EDM. Have you always been?
I
Or-
always have been.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess I just never knew that part of you, I guess.
Afro house is crazy good.
You gotta put me some recommendations. You know who I like actually? I'm a TDC oddly enough, but I'm not a big EDM person. But I do like Gordo. Have you heard of him?
Yes.
He's a beast.
Yes.
He's a beast.
Yes.
Probably the most in EDM that I like.
Yeah.
Calvin Harris, obviously, but
Yeah.
oh, I like Fred again. Is that Fred again?
I don't think I know who that is.
They're cool. Either way, so let's get on with these rapid questions. One song you always run faster to.
Oof. Can I take a look at my playlist?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on.
A word from our sponsors. Back from our sponsors. So Apple Music or Spotify, first off?
Spotify.
What? Spotify rap. But what's your Spotify rap?
Spotify.
Who's number one? Let me guess. Fade.
No, actually not.
Ryan
This
Castro.
year. Yes.
He's a beast. I was
my
so
God.
jealous of the Ryan Castro and J Balvin concert. I'm like, oh, you were there.
I
Oh,
was
yeah, you were there. You were
yeah.
there. That was one of the times we
not
rescheduled.
Missing that. I was not missing that.
First of all, I'm mad that you didn't invite me. I would have been down all day.
I got invited myself, so I was like, yeah, I'm going.
That's crazy. Yeah, it looked dope. How was it? Epic?
Oh, it was amazing. Honestly, his energy is just amazing. Yeah, he's un papi too. It's just
Ryan Castro
Yeah.
sponsor her. She's looking for a sponsorship daddy, so I come through.
no, that concert was great, honestly, and we were like in the general admission section, and it was just really great because I love when artists do like that middle.
Mosh pit.
No, the middle stage.
Oh,
like that
yeah.
random middle stage.
Everybody gets a good view.
And everyone gets a good view. And we
Yeah.
were like right next to it. And I told my friend, there was like a box, right? Like a little mini stage. And she's like, no, they're not going to come out there. And I'm like, I know that they are. I know he's going to come out. And she's like, no. And I was like, listen, let's stay near it. And then there was a point where like the lights came off and I was like, run. And she's like, what? And I was like, no, run. We're running. And we were like right there. And she's
That's
like,
dope.
oh my God, you were right. And I was like, yeah, I mean, girl, there's a whole stage
Yeah,
right here. I mean,
dude.
there's like a beach setup. I mean, how do you miss that? So it was great. He had a lot of good guests.
Who else was there?
He brought Yaga Imaki. He brought Chris R. He brought Hamilton, which I love Hamilton.
It sounds like a fire concert.
Oh my God. He brought J Balvin.
I thought it was like a joint concert.
No.
Oh, that was a surprise guest?
Yeah.
What kind
So-
of bullshit, bro? Whenever I go somewhere, I never get a cool surprise guest. I always get like
No.
Swiss Beats or some bullshit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Swiss Beats.
No, but the Bad Bunny concert, I got El Alpha. That was a good one.
Oh, that's
that was
good.
A
Wait,
good
where'd
one.
you go
The
see?
Puerto Rico residency.
No,
Yeah.
you got it.
Yeah.
You went. You did. You won. You won.
Yeah, El Alpha was a good one. He went.
Oh, that's
That was
crazy.
It was epic. It was epic.
That was crazy. I mean, good for you. I wish.
Well,
I
good
had
for you.
gone.
I wish we gotta trade it. We gotta trade it. But yeah, that sounds epic though. Wow, that's epic. I thought it was a joint concert this entire time.
No.
So even more to the fact, I'm definitely jealous because J Balvin's an amazing
Yes.
surprise guest.
Oh my God, he's amazing. And
His
I've
last
been-
three albums have been like on my top 5 the past 2 years.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to see J Balvin a couple of times already too. He's great every time. Like I went like religiously to all his tours. And so it's nice to see him back on the stage.
Do you think
for
he's
sure.
the GOAT reggaeton artist from Colombia?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you think Ryan Castro's underneath, or who would it be from Colombia? You think? I think probably J Balvin and then Ryan Castro, right?
Yeah, but Karol G is just phenomenal. Like she has just blown.
I was being a little
it.
sexist there. Yeah, so them top 3.
That's my girl.
Top 3, yeah, for sure.
That's my girl. I love her. No, she's amazing. She's incredible. She has just shown out for women, for Colombia in just so many ways. And even outside of just her musical career, right? She's just really amazing. And I'm a huge fan, for sure. Then I would say maybe Ryan Castro.
Yeah, he's up there for sure. So
Yeah.
damn, I don't even know how many on topic. Oh, so
we were
number
talking
one,
about
what was your
my
Chicago
playlist.
playlist?
Yeah.
What was your Chicago
So
song?
I don't really know because I have a lot of songs. I have like kind of a playlist and it just shuffles and whatever I'm not feeling I'll just put next. But my Chicago song is it's called PYHU, which just means put your hands up, and it's by Hugo. And I don't know, I really found that song probably a week before running Chicago, and I just fell in love. And when I love a song, I just repeatedly play it. And then it became my Chicago song, right? I made a reel to that song.
Act like you're running. And when it comes on, what's your face like? You changing?
Yeah.
Was it? What was it
I
like?
was so happy the whole time.
We're running, bass song. What's that face?
I'm just like, why did I put this on this playlist?
You're like, this sucks. And then
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this is dreadful.
And then boom.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Hey.
We got this. Let's PR. Oh my God, girl, you're running so fast. Look at you. And you're just waving at the crowd. Another thing that like, I think something that I recommend for people that do like long distance run, put your name on your bib. Put your name on your bib. Put your name somewhere. At least for me, someone like me, you want people to be like cheering. Like it helps, right? Strangers are like, yeah, let's go, Alexis. Like, you look great. Come on, girl. Right? Like just hearing people that don't even know you cheer you on is so beautiful. And like you need it. You need that. I mean, you're running for 26 miles.
Fuck it, that's crazy.
What? Like only so many conversations you can have with yourself. So much like music can get you through. But like the crowd, shout out to Chicago. I love Chicago so much. And I love it even more now after the marathon.
Why is that? Just because of the crowd, the atmosphere, the people, the food. I know we were talking before you went there, and you said that you do enjoy Chicago, but you said you enjoy it even more now. So what? It's just like the atmosphere, like the support.
I mean, it's gonna be always so incredibly special for me. It was my first marathon, right? But like Chicago is always beautiful and welcoming. The vibes are immaculate. I love the diversity there, the signs, the people. Like I had somebody give me a friendship bracelet on the course.
And you didn't wear it to the pod. That's crazy.
I didn't, but she said I'm a marathoner.
She said you're a marathoner and my girl is a marathoner, baby. And
the signs are great. There was a lot of fuck ice signs, which really helped get me through.
I seen some wild ice sign coming back for some trip. I gotta show you. It's fucking crazy. It was not a good one. It was a bad one. It was fucking nuts. But yeah, fuck ice, 100%. Obviously, of course, for sure.
Yeah. And so there's like a section of the race. I mean, a lot, but like there's a good section of the race where you're running through like Hispanic communities, right? And like there's a lot of Mexicans in Chicago, and it was so beautiful to just feel like your culture, right? Like while you're running through it. And I mean, people gave me beer, people gave me tequila, there was mariachis, there was female like running clubs, like Latina female running clubs, Latino run, like it was just really beautiful.
That's that big. You're getting me amped. I'm about to join you for a run tomorrow.
The course is really nice. The whole course is really nice. Chicago just has an energy unlike no other, honestly, and it was really beautiful.
I love that for you. I love that. Couple more questions. Shorts too short or never short enough? Shorts too short. That's kind of confusing. Shorts too short. Short shorts or long shorts? How about that?
I really wish I could do short shorts. Short shorts are so cute, but again, I chafe way too much.
Yeah, no, you don't want that shit.
Even in the winter, I can't really wear them. I mean, like I can for a short run and just apply a crap ton of like deodorant and anti-chafing cream. But oh man, the amount of shorts I've had to kind of like be like, no, these are just staying for the gym and not for running. Is yeah.
You gotta be there. Yeah, I remember I was laughing because indoor track meet, I think my junior year, some kid from Tolman, his
shout out to Tolman.
Shout out Tolman. His fucking nutsack popped out of his shorts because they were so short. It's like, bro, your dick's popping out. And literally during the middle of the race, it's like everyone's like, yo, that's crazy, bro. Put your dick away. It's just wild. But yeah, so hat or no hat?
For running?
Yeah, running. Yeah. Not the dick out. Yeah. Hat or no hat?
I think I'm a no hat. I think I'm more of a no hat person.
Yeah,
A
maybe,
visor's cute in the summer though.
yeah, maybe,
Very
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, you have good hair. Maybe if you're a balding,
Yeah.
maybe a hat.
Yeah. Thankfully, I'm not for sure.
Sunglasses, even when it's cloudy.
Sunglasses.
Yes or not?
Always, I love my sunglasses.
He's like, it's the nighttime, Alexis. You're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care.
I know. It matches the fit.
I love
Shut
my
up.
sunglasses for sure.
Hey, well,
Yes,
same, yeah.
especially Oakley.
oh, shout out. So, we didn't have that answer already. Coffee before a run, elite move, or risky business? I didn't think this much of a thought about it.
I don't really drink coffee before a run. If I have coffee before a run, it's like equivalent to a shot, and it's like cold brew, right? And it's just because if I'm like, okay, I think I need a little bit of caffeine kick, but I personally, at least me, don't really do coffee before. Coffee is a great reward for after though.
Hey, wave at other runners or avoid eye contact?
Wave at other runners.
You're like, I avoid eye contact. You're giving my spot up here. I can't answer this question.
No, I'm very friendly. And like it's funny because sometimes I'm like, and the other person is just like in the zone and just doesn't say hi back.
Oh, you're like, oh shit.
So it's very 50-50 for me, right? There's times where I'm in the zone and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about anyone else. But then there's times where I'm like, I'm just running and I'm very friendly too. So it's very 50-50, and I guess on my mood and where I'm running and what I'm running.
Have you ever planned a route around bathrooms?
No, not yet, but that is a very smart move.
That is a smart move. Yeah, I've seen the other ones. Bathroom emergency. I guess you were right. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yes.
Bathroom emergency mid-run. Panic level 1 to 10.
Oh my God. If you have to use the bathroom during a run, I would say 10. And it also depends. Like, what do you need the bathroom for, right?
Yeah. We touched that topic already. Just quick questions. Do you, this is a real one. We don't say people's names, obviously. But do you secretly judge other runners' form?
Me, not really. Because I might not have the best form either. No, I don't think so. I'm not very judgy in that sense.
What mile does your brain start negotiating?
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here.
For what distance?
You tell me. So what miles? Yeah, I don't know what your distance is.
So for my half, I think it tends to be around, honestly, like 11. 11 starts to get really tough. 11 out of 13 miles. Now for my marathon, my full marathon, I was feeling really good at the half point mark, which was obviously mile 13. And I was very lucky that I had used this app where my friends and family were able to record like brief messages for me.
I was gonna do it, then it was sold out. By the way, it was.
I know it built up very
popular,
fast.
very popular.
Thankfully, I'm so grateful, honestly. I remember my friends were like, okay, mile 13, like this is where it starts to get tough, like, you know, lock in, like focus, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, damn, mile 13, I'm feeling really good. Like, you know, it didn't hit me at least until mile like 17 to 19. Yeah. And it was just like, holy crap. It was like, you know, like my ankles and like my feet were starting to feel really tired and stuff. And then I got a jolt of energy at like mile 21, 22. And I think I knew that like
end was near.
The end was near. And I got a jolt of energy and I was like, oh, thank God. And I did really good like my last couple of miles. So yeah, it really just depends. There are some people who hit the wall at like mile 20, 21, 22, and it really depends. But I think for a full marathon, anything after like 14, you know, you could hit the wall at any point.
Yeah, I'm sure. So he's, you know, finishing races. What is your favorite post-run treat?
I think one of mine is like ice cream.
What ice cream?
Ice cream or cookies. I don't know.
You gotta have a favorite favorite ice cream. Chocolate, vanilla, cotton candy.
I'm pretty pretty plain with my stuff, I guess.
Napolitan. What is the Napoleon?
No, I'm like, I hate to say that I'm vanilla, but I am pretty vanilla when it comes to like certain things.
She said, I hate to say I'm vanilla. That's the next podcast. Tune in. We'll get to the non-vanilla stuff. She says she hates that. But finishing the nice podcast of the running, she is a vanilla person.
I do love my vanilla ice cream. I do love like caramel, dulce de leche, strawberry. That's it. I don't do chocolate. I don't do.
Oh, I hate chocolate.
I don't do. I don't know, mint chocolate chip and cookies and cream. I just don't do it. I don't know.
It's weird. I hate chocolate, but I love cookies and cream. I love like Oreo type stuff.
No, I love chocolate, like chocolate bars. But I hate chocolate milk,
ice cream, I'm the
chocolate
same way.
cake. It's weird.
I'm the same way. Only exception, Death by Chocolate Greg's.
Okay.
Nope,
not at all.
Not even that?
Nope.
That's fine.
No.
That's fine. I'll say that.
Cake.
I know, but it's the only one I do like. It's weird. I don't know. It's the only one I like besides that.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
But I love brownies.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for me, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think like post long run, I just crave, I don't know, kind of sweets and like something cold and like, I don't know.
She wants a cold shot of tequila at that point.
I don't know. My body after like long run feels like a hangover. And so I don't really crave a lot of things.
Yeah.
I might get like a pizza or a burger, right? But like I typically don't even finish my normal serving.
Makes sense. So this has been a great running podcast.
Yes.
Talking about, I'm genuinely sure I love it. You did great. Ending off questions in 2025. I like doing this because I feel like people don't live in the moment. They don't sit down and reflect on what they're doing, their past life. So these are cool 3 retrospective questions. In 2025, what's the best gift you've given yourself? You can sit and think about it if you want. We can pour a shot up. We can pour that amazing guado if you want.
I mean, I don't know if this might answer your question the way that you're asking it. But I think I gave myself back confidence. I gave myself back my spark, and I gave myself back my strength.
That's definitely a gift.
Yeah. I don't know if that answers your question
the
way you're expecting it to.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of stuff this year, including like finishing that marathon, especially my goal was to finish within at least a time frame where it like legitimately qualifies, right? Which is like 6 hours. Like I said, by no means am I a fast runner, nor do I ever claim to be. And so even with like my party pace and enjoying it and stopping for a keg stand and shots and all this, I finished under the expected time I had for myself. And like I said, marathon training was very hard. I was going through one of the hardest moments of my life. And I really just realized like how incredible we are and how strong we are and how privileged we are. You know,
100%.
We take all of these things for granted so many moments in our lives, but we're so incredibly lucky and privileged to be healthy, to be able to move, to be able to do the things we want, to be able to challenge ourselves in these ways.
I love that.
Yeah. And that was a huge lesson for me this year, for sure.
That's an amazing answer. Number 2. What is the best gift you ever received?
In general?
Yeah, in 2025. What the past year was the best gift you have received?
So the biggest gift I've definitely received this year is not materialistic by any means. I would have to say truly the unconditional love and support from my family and my friends, without a doubt.
That is amazing. That's a huge gift.
That's another thing that sometimes we take for granted, right? The amazing people are in our lives, the people we have in our corners. Sometimes we think we're alone in certain, I don't know, phases of our lives or chapters. And then you realize that you're not. And your people will get you through anything and everything. And I'm very grateful to have the most amazing parents. And if I get too in depth about talking about it, I will end up crying on this podcast, and we don't want that.
No, we do want that. Continue talking about them. Trust me, they were in the notes.
Oh my
I already
God.
know the deal. They were in the
Shout out
notes.
to Lula and Jose. Oh my God.
The best. Amazing.
My friends, my girlfriends are truly just incredible. I have so many beautiful friends in my life, so many great family members. Like, it's, yeah, you need your people. I'm very big. I'm always that type of person. I don't ever say it before it's too late. I don't think there's anyone in my life that has ever passed where I'm like, oh, I should have done that. I should have told them. I'm a very big person of like, if I love you, I will make sure you know it. I will tell you. We all make errors and stuff, but like, I always do my best to let people know, like, hey, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're my favorite this. You're like, will always remember that you did this for me, or, you know, I'm here for you, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm very expressive in that way, thankfully. And I have let my parents know a lot of times how special they are to me. My parents are everything. Again, and I'm very grateful that I have a great relationship with them too. Like I said, I am an only child. But my mom she's so funny. She's always got my back in ways that only your best friend does. And obviously, as you get older, you do realize that your mom is your best friend, and she does have your best interest at heart always. My dad is my superhero. My dad has saved me, like, from the darkest moments of my life. And I tell everyone this, like, my dad,
OG, the man.
they are everything. They are truly everything, and they both know that. And I'm so unbelievably just thankful and grateful to have them together, to have them with me. Unconditional love and support always. And honestly, they just give everything to not just me, but to people. That's the kind of people that they are, and that's the kind of, I always aspire to make them proud too. So.
I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
And number 3, last one, the moment that you'll cherish the most from the past year.
I mean, I think because we're on the topic, and that's what's kind of coming to mind, because it was a moment that I got to share again, like I said, with my family, my parents, my best friends, and having people travel somewhere for you is really beautiful. But the funny thing about, like, when people come and cheer you on for a race is, like, they're coming out for the weekend to see you for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, the funny part was, like, my family and my friends were traveling from, like, point to point to point to catch me a couple of times during the race. They ended up themselves running like 9 miles that day. They ended up running like 9. Mind you, my mom, my dad, like, right?
Your mom's like, damn.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? I could do a 5K after this. I'm like, don't worry, mom. We will sign you up. I think that whole day, that whole weekend was so unbelievably magical. And I was just like living on cloud 9. Again, it was just really cool because of the events. The brands that were out there, the influencers that were out there, your family is out there, your best friends are out there. And it's just because you decided to run a marathon. And it wasn't even just about me. It was about like everything, right? Like, my dad was so proud that weekend, and it was just like,
I love that.
Yeah. And we drove. Like, me and my parents and my friend Maria, we drove 16 hours there and back. Like, not anybody decides to do that for you.
That's dedication right there for sure. And we'll be there, all of us coming out to the Paris Marathon. I'll be flying. We'll be seeing you at the Eiffel Tower, and the Boston Marathon is coming.
Yeah.
We'll put it to fruition.
Yes.
I appreciate you coming through. It was a great podcast.
Oh,
Part 2 definitely coming
Thank
up
you.
soon. Thank you for coming through. Shout out to my girl.
Thank
you follow
you
her
for
on her
having
Wikipedia.
me.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming through. Baby, let's get
Thank
it.
you.